I'm going to try to keep myself in frame here, but I wanted to show you we're going to start our garden, and we want to take you with us through the journey. And I'm in my backyard, and we're just looking at the swing set and the neighbor's fence and their home on the other side of the holly. There's our gate that comes in from the front, and this tarp is holding the remainder of the leaves from we've been trying to compost with leaves, and I actually drug them over on a tarp from a neighbor's yard that they were having their leaves done, but a bunch had blown out in the road, and so I just went and collected them and used them since we don't have a big tree and we don't have any leaves, and I knew that was a big factor in composting, and I knew we wanted to have a garden this year. This will be our first official garden in this home. We've had a couple of gardens before on black plastic, but we're trying this square foot gardening, and I just kind of want to go over with you what we're dealing with. I have the swing set here, the shop, the back fence, the trampoline, the bio ball, bird bath, crepe myrtle back there in that corner, our little seating patio area. The top has fallen down over the winter. Let me get you past that. And there's a bonsai table, doghouse, just some general stuff. This is another bonsai table. We feed the cats there. My side door that we don't use, the back door, and there's Ranger. And there's the back of my house with a little, probably just about a 1.5 to 2 foot row between there and the gate that we have planted tomatoes in before. But this is the plan. My grandkids are too big for this, and I've got a grandkid on the way, so it's going to be a while before that child will use it. So we're going to take and just pull the swings off, use this area between these two egg frames on the end. I'm sorry, I just tripped over a kitty. And we're going to do the three sisters here. I want to plant a box in between these legs here, and plant the corn, and then you plant beans in between and squash. And the beans run up the corn. The beans supply nitrogen in the dirt and soil that's very, very, the corn loves it. And then you plant squash in between, and they all use different levels and grow at different heights and stuff. So we're going to try that, and then let the beans run on up here, and maybe a companion flower or something. I may plant some extra. That's Cozy, our puppy. She's just barking. All right, now here we have the shop, and just some things we've drug out. We're trying to get things cleaned up and settled. Hush, Cozy, hush. Here's our rose bush and wisteria. They need to come out of here. It could be used. It's clematis that was on a trellis up here, but we had the building painted, so we've pulled the trellis down. I apologize for the winds. We've got storms coming in today. These is a crepe myrtle with some daffodils. I want to pull those out as well. Here's a crepe myrtle that I'd like to keep. It blooms really deep pink. Back over in that corner is a crepe myrtle grove. I want all that to come out. I have a lavender crepe myrtle I want to keep. A couple of things that I need to move. This is important to me. This is 2 curly willows that came out of my daughter's wedding bouquet, and we put root hormone on them, stuck them in the ground, and grew them, and they've grown into a small tree. And so we need to split that and plant them out front where they really belong, and that will keep this from being overshaded out here. This is wedding anniversary, the year that my daughter got married, and we used this. It's called a walking stick tree, I think. It's gnarly, as you can see. It made a beautiful backdrop for the photos at the wedding. This is the crepe myrtles I want taken out in this back corner, and the neighbor's fence, and the fence going back towards the front, and the back of the house. Now here you see these white poles. I have walked off There's one behind here, and then one here. I've walked off 25 feet that I want to dedicate to square foot gardening. And this bio ball, you make compost in it. A lot of you may already know about that. But it just has a snap down lid. I don't know how much it holds. I was told at one time it has these aeration holes. It's a solid bottom, and you take it and you push around on it every day. And it's got, you put your grass clippings, leaves, compost from the kitchen, non-greasy items, and it's supposed to compost, so we'll see how that goes. This is a feeble attempt here. Last year we tried to put some blackberries in, and they didn't do so well, but we did do some snow peas that did really well. This is a box that we built, and the cats kind of took it over, and so we pulled the box off of it, and we'll clean that up, and we were trying to keep them out of it, and it's just not working, so we'll just turn that over to let the cats have that. And we took and used the box. Here's another angle of our back patio. It's being cleaned up. It's just getting warm here. We're having a warm snap. It's not necessarily going to be warm from here on. But I wanted to show you. Back here, we took that box and we put our leaves layered with old grass clippings that had wintered over in the bio ball and refuge. And I did the, what do you call it? It's the drunken compost method. It's a can of beer, about a cup of household ammonia, and a Coke or something sweet. We used apple juice, and you pour it. Some people do it with a 20-gallon hose fixture, but our leaves were so wet because it's been so rainy here that we didn't really feel like we needed to spray it down. So I just kind of dribbled the ammonia and the beer over, and the apple juice over the top of this. And my husband's wired it and trellised it to keep the cats out. And I'm going to tarp it in a minute because, like I said, we got storms rolling in and I don't want it watered down anymore. This is a lean-to on the back of the shop that really needs to come down. The boards are old, the roof is bad. What I'd like to do is take and use this space for a little greenhouse. It wouldn't have to be as big as this lean-to, but the space would work, I think, well for a greenhouse. And there's Cozy, our Italian Greyhound rescue. Some pots that have blown under the trampoline. We're going to move the trampoline, and I think we're probably going to move the swing set, turn it sideways, and use it closer to the shop, and maybe put the trampoline up closer to the gate. Not sure about that yet. This would be the remaining lawn area, just through here. Through here, see this white stake? That's the one that I was showing you earlier. So that still leaves me this area here for lawn, and along with the area I just showed you, and then whatever's remaining over here. Got a boxing bag that's seen its last day, I think. Another pretty kitty. But we've got to get the yard cleaned up. We used all that we possibly could of the leaves that are under there for right now, but I understand that they break down pretty fast with this method, and you can add more in. My husband actually used his leaf blower and reversed it with the bag, and it mulched up the leaves that we put in the bio ball, but we didn't think about it until we already had the compost bed filled. So we'll see how that goes. But I wanted to bring you along at the beginning stages. There's a weeping willow tree back there. That was also a feature in my daughter's wedding. It was two of them, and we arched them over and tied them together and hung crystals from them, and she took one to her house and planted it, and I brought one here and planted it. So a few little sentimental things that we need to either keep where they are or move them, but the rest of it is pretty much negotiable as far as keeping it or taking it out. I'm really committed to this garden. I don't work out